Hello, friends. I'm your friend and well-wisher, Yash Singh, speaking, friends. I hope you are keeping well. See, friends, I'm a political insider and a political strategist, advising several political parties and politicians. So, friends, the informations that I share with you are not shallow hints and assumptions, but they are the solid inside talks that I gather from various political drawing rooms meetings happening inside political circles in India. Friends, as I don't believe in flashy videos, whereas I believe in simplicity and solid rationality. That's why you will always find my presentations in simplistic podcast form, though friends, believe me, you all should hear it with calm mind and open ears to understand the real truth and classified informations on Indian politics that's not available anywhere. Now, friends, let's come to our present points of discussions, and let me tell you that it's a big phase going on in the Indian politics that will decide not only the fate of Modi government, but will also decide the future of our country and future of you and myself. Yes, friends, you have understood it right. I'm pointing to the big expose done by Rahul Gandhi ji on vote chori by Modi and DCI. With this, I'm not only going to talk on this, but I will also diagnose and explain you the entire process which India Alliance is going to follow, and if they follow it properly, then they will be able to not only kick out Modi from power, but it'll also pave the path of India towards accelerated growth as China that will make us all economically and financially much powerful. Friends, as we all know, BJP has also tabled the new law to kick out any political appointee, whether it is PM, CM, or anyone, if he or she goes behind the bars for 30 days. See, friends, it's a political tactic of ruling BJP to dismantle any opposition state government or political party whoever stands against BJP. Plus, we will also discuss whether Chandra Babu and his MPs are going to support BJP candidate for vice president, or they are going to support opposition parties candidate retired Supreme Court judge and friend of Chandra Babu, who hails from the state of Andhra Pradesh, the state where Chandra Babu is chief minister. Now, friends, as it's big question in our mind that to know what not only opposition parties but also NDA allied parties of Chandra Babu Naidu and Nitish Kumar will be doing in all these circumstances. And therefore, as I already said, these are all the big questions that I will explain. Friends, be with me up to the end of this discussion to understand the entire present politics of India. Friends, as I have already said, that the political scene in India is on fire, and at its core is the Election Commission's special intensive revision of voter lists in Bihar. A top opposition leader has dropped a bombshell accusing the Election Commission and the ruling government of running a shady syndicate to rig elections through what's being called #vote chori, election theft. Friends, this isn't just political drama. It's a full-on attack on our democracy's heart. The stakes are sky high as we head toward the Bihar Assembly elections, expected in late 2025. The opposition, united under a strong alliance, faces a critical choice: boycott all upcoming elections until the Election Commission hands over complete, transparent voter data in digital format. Without this, friends, the Election Commission's credibility is in the gutter, and the government's alleged use of fake votes could keep them in power forever. But if the opposition grabs this chance, audits the voter lists themselves, and rides the wave of anti-government anger, victory is within reach, a victory that could topple the ruling government and reshape India's future. Friends, let's get to the core of it. The Election Commission's voter list cleanup in Bihar has flagged over 52 lakh voters, 18 lakh dead, 26 lakh migrated, and 7 lakh double registered. Sounds like routine work, right? Hold on, friends. The opposition claims this process is being used to sideline marginalized communities, SCs, STs, OBCs, and minorities minorities who are more likely to vote against the ruling party. They say the Election Commission is acting like the government's sidekick, tweaking voter lists to squash anti-government votes while slipping in sketchy entries to tilt the scales for the ruling coalition. These aren't just wild claims, friends. The opposition points to similar tricks in Maharashtra, where they say over 1 crore new voters popped up between national and state elections with no clear explanation. In Karnataka, they claim to have found 100% proof of voter fraud in one area, with young eligible voters deleted and older, shady ones added. They've even digitized voter lists, uncovering what they call a blueprint of vote chori that shows how fake voters are added and real ones erased. The Election Commission calls these accusations baseless and irresponsible, asking people to wait for a court ruling on similar claims in Karnataka. They defend their process as vital for a clean and accurate voter list, saying keeping dead or duplicate voters would break constitutional rules. But friends, their refusal to share voter lists or video evidence, as demanded by the opposition, only stokes suspicion. When the Supreme Court itself questioned the timing of this cleanup and suggested using oversized image, including Aadhaar, voter ID, and ration cards as valid documents, it sent up a red flag about the process's openness. Friends, let's call it what it is. The opposition's fiery accusations paint a dark picture, a syndicate between the ruling government and the Election Commission, allegedly rigging elections. People online are amplifying this, with some claiming investigations expose massive voter list fraud in Bihar, with real voters removed and dead or fake ones added. The opposition warns this isn't just a Bihar problem, it's a nationwide pattern. Now, from Maharashtra to Karnataka, to maybe even Madhya Pradesh in 2028. Now they've called out Election Commission officials, past and present, saying their actions are treason against our democracy. The opposition, parties like Congress, RJD, Samajwadi Party, DMK, and others, has hit the streets and parliament, chanting, stealing Indian rights and subverting Indian Republic. They're calling this voter cleanup a murder of democracy, accusing the government of using the Election Commission to silence the poor and marginalized. Friends, this isn't just politics. It's a fight for the soul of our elections. Friends, the path forward is clear, and the opposition must act fast. The Election Commission's trust is crumbling, and the only way to rebuild it is to demand full transparency. The United Opposition Alliance must boycott all upcoming elections unless the Election Commission releases Bihar's entire voter list and all India voter data in digital format before the Bihar polls. Why digital, friends? Because paper lists are tough to analyze, letting manipulation slip through. A digital database would let the opposition run a nationwide voter audit, weeding out lakhs of fake voters, dead, migrated, or made up, allegedly added to favor the ruling party. This isn't just about Bihar, friends. An opposition-led audit could uncover fraud across states, dismantling the Election Commission's alleged manipulation machine, with anti-government anger boiling. Fueled by economic struggles, joblessness, and governance flops, the opposition alliance is primed for a big win if they can ensure clean voter lists. The Bihar elections are a test case. If the opposition forces transparency and neutralizes fake votes, they could crush the ruling coalition. Friends, here's where it gets thrilling. A loss for the ruling party in Bihar could shake up Indian politics big time. The ruling coalition holds 131 seats in Bihar's 243-seat assembly, with the main party at 80, their key ally at 45, and a few smaller players. The opposition alliance, with 111 seats, is close behind. If the ruling party stumbles in Bihar, their key ally, known for flipping sides, could jump to the opposition alliance the next day, forming a new Bihar government and boosting the opposition nationally. And that's not all, friends. In Andhra Pradesh, another coalition ally, a savvy political player, might also switch sides if the opposition gains steam post-Bihar. This domino effect could unravel the ruling government's majority in parliament, opening the door for the opposition alliance to form the next central government. Friends, let's be straight. If the opposition doesn't act, the ruling government, with the election commission's alleged help, will keep using fake votes to hold power. This voter cleanup isn't just about 52 lakh voters in Bihar. It's about a system the opposition says has been perfected in states like Maharashtra and Karnataka. Without a boycott and a thorough voter list audit, the ruling party's election machine could steamroll the opposition in Bihar and beyond, cementing what critics call an undeclared dictatorship. But here's the hope, friends. Anti-government anger is everywhere, on the streets, in villages, and online. People are raging against the election commission's moves and rallying behind the hashtag #VoteCoryExpose. The opposition alliance has a golden shot to turn this anger into action. By boycotting elections until the election commission delivers transparent digital voter data and running a tight audit to purge fake voters, they can level the playing field. Friends, this is the only way to kick the ruling government out, and it's totally doable right after Bihar's elections. Friends, time's running out. The Bihar elections are a do-or-die moment for Indian democracy. The opposition's expose of hashtag #VoteCory has laid bare the alleged rot in the election commission and the ruling government's playbook. The opposition must unite, boycott, and demand digital voter data to expose and eliminate fake voters. If they pull it off, friends, the opposition alliance can surf the anti-government wave to a huge win in Bihar, toppling the ruling coalition and sparking a chain reaction that could end the government's reign. Key allies are watching, ready to join the winners. But if the opposition wavers, friends, the ruling party's alleged tricks will keep them on top, leaving democracy hanging by a thread. And finally, speaking on the new law tabled by BJP to eliminate from power any CM or political appointee if they goes behind bars for 30 days, will political ally of BJP Chandra Babu and Nitish Kumar will support? Then the answer is Chandra Babu won't support this law because by supporting this law, Chandra Babu will put himself in danger because already several cases are going on him. And if he support this new law bill in Indian Parliament, and by this law he may be dismissed from his chief minister post. Nitish Kumar party may support it because all knows that today Nitish Kumar is facing some mental health issues and his party is more or less is today controlled by BJP. Now talking about supporting vice president candidate, we tell you definitely that Chandra Babu is going to support BJP's candidate by neglecting his friend, the opposition candidate for vice president position, the retired Supreme Court judge, as per final internal discussions coming out from the drawing rooms of Telugu Desam party of Chandra Babu. So friends, finally to conclude, I hope I have answered all the questions you have in your mind. But friends, finally I will say to establish democracy, let's stand with the opposition alliance, demand transparency, back the boycott, push for a voter list audit. India's future is on the line, and together we can make sure the people's voice, not fake votes, decides our nation's fate. Friends, I thank you all for joining this important discussion. If you have any queries, suggestions, please comment your views. And if you liked it, then share it with your friends to keep them updated. I thank you again. Your friend Yash Singh signing off. Satyamev Jayate. Let the truth prevail. Jai Hind. Long live India.